Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules and welcome to another weekly pivot point. I am sitting at my little table, having some coffee and working a puzzle before work. So I figured I'd come in and give you my updates while I was working my puzzle. So backing up to last Wednesday was my last pivot point. And I had mentioned that I was just kind of feeling like not like great, but not like, not like I was bad or, well, I mean, it kind of felt like I was getting sick. I did not get sick, so that was good. I just think I was run down, you have those times. Sorry if this makes a lot of noise while I'm separating. I'm going to try and pick them up instead of sliding them because this table can be kind of loud. So Wednesday I didn't do anything. I think I literally just sat like a vegetable on my chair Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, I had to make cookies for the baby shower. They turned out super cute. If you want to see a picture of them, go to last week's vlog. It's already posted. And I do a little clip of me making them and show what they look like. Friday night, I went to a paint party. So I've been to one that was like actually in, like a paint shop. It was like a wine painting night. So I've done it once. I did that with Girl Scouts before, but anyway, this was done. She like came to her house. So my friend had it set up and they came to her cousin's house and we did it there. We painted little spring gnomes and he is just the cutest. So I did insert a clip of me doing that, but if you want to see what he looks like, this is what he looks like. Turned out so cute. I love him. And then so Saturday we had the baby shower. It was so cute. It was fun. They did a couple little games. They had so they passed out little blue, she's having a boy. They passed out little blue clothespins, little mini ones. And anytime someone said baby, you could steal their clothespin. So you couldn't say baby at this baby shower, which, yeah, that's really hard. Okay. And then they passed out a game. It was just like on a piece of paper and it was like a who's more likely to. So it had a question and then it would have mom or dad, mommy or daddy. And then you had to like mark in what you thought. And then they had and then they went through the answers afterwards. I did not do good on that one. But almost all of the questions had the word baby in them. And me and Haley and another friend of mine and her daughter were all at a table. And we're doing this together and we're reading these questions. And then all of a sudden, like nobody else heard us. But like all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, we're all saying baby like all the time. And so I waited until like my friend read like the next question. And she said baby. And I was like, I'll take that. And I grabbed her clothespin and she's like, and we all started laughing. And then when she was opening her gifts, her daughter had said something about like, oh, it's a baby something and I turned around and I was like, I'll take that. And I took her clothespin. So then Haley was like, well, here, you might as well have mine. She's like, because you're already taking all of ours. So I was like, okay. So she gave me hers. And then they also did like a measure around the waist. Like you couldn't measure her. You just had to guess. So there was it was like streamer type stuff. But so you picked how long you thought it was and then everybody could measure. And then whoever had the closest won. Haley and I did ours together and ours wasn't too much over, but we didn't win. Somebody was like right on the money. So it was a really fun baby shower. She got a lot of cute stuff. I'm so excited for her. We got a picture of like the 6 of us. So basically it's me and my friend and her daughter's the one that's pregnant. And then I met her friend through her when Haley was a baby. And then she has a daughter that's Bree's age. So they're 4 years older than Haley, so they're all in their 20s, early 20s. And it's just crazy to think that they're all grown up. So we took a picture of the 6 of us and it was so sweet. So then after we left the baby shower, I asked Haley, I was like, because we were planning to go see my mom. I was like, do you want to stop and get grandma like a little Easter gift? So we went to Walmart and we found her a little stuffed Easter bunny. And then I didn't really want to get her candy because she isn't really a candy eater per se. But she used to love like Little Debbie snack cakes and stuff. But I was like, or like mini muffins and stuff. But when I was there, I happened to see they had a little, like a little lemon bundt cake. It was just like a mini one. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So we got that for her and went and visited with her. And she was so excited. She kept saying, I love you. And the way she would look at Haley, it was just so sweet. She would just like stare at her. And she was calling her Julie, but she's calling everybody Julie now. Like literally everybody. She will look them in their soul and call them Julie. Because she did that yesterday. Oh, she was looking in the nurse's soul and she was like, Julie, I love you. And she was just bearing down in their souls. So yeah, so everybody's Julie and she loves everybody. It's pretty funny. So yeah, so it was a pretty good visit. She did like a lot of repeating, but she wasn't anxious, and she loved the cake. So she sat there and ate her little cake. We just sat at a separate table and talked. And then it was funny because Haley and I were talking to each other about something, and you could just see my mom. So like I was next to my mom. So like if I'm my mom, I was here and Haley was here. We were talking and my mom would just go like this and look back and forth between us. So I'm pretty sure she didn't understand anything we were saying, but she was, attempting to listen to us anyway. So yeah, so that was Saturday. And then I just came home. I didn't get a lot of reading done this weekend because I was busy. So the weather Saturday night and Sunday was yuck. Like it was pouring down rain Sunday and I had to get out and go to the store. That is the only thing I did. Went to the store on Sunday. Haley decided she was going to get some little Easter treats for her boyfriend's niece and nephews. And I had just said, I was like, well, you're not getting no Easter basket this year. And she's like, what? Why? And I was like, you're not even going to be home. And she's like, I still want an Easter basket. I was like, oh, this kid. And I was like, well, it's probably just going to have snacks in it. I was like, you don't even need anything. She's like, I like snacks. I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't say that to her. But then Sunday when I went to the store, I went and got her stuff, got her an Easter basket. And she did come home. She didn't know she had this. I thought she was just going to see it on Monday, but she ended up coming home Sunday for a little while and just hung out with us. And we ended up, watching a movie. So that was nice that she came home. So I didn't get any reading done Saturday. Sunday, I did get some reading done. I did editing and reading and just chilling. I was vegging in my chair most of the day. And then Monday, I was really, really tired on Monday. I just wasn't feeling up to doing anything. Like, does that go together? Nah. There's like I need better lighting in my office. I don't know if I have 2 or 3 lights up in my light, but I know for a fact one of them is out. So I need to change the light bulb so I have better lighting. But that does not go there. Y'all, for this puzzle not being that big, I am on the struggle bus. On the struggle bus, put the edges together. Lord help me when I put the whole thing together. It's very florally. I think the one I'm doing is the panda. I'm doing this panda one in the middle. Oh, there's a glare. So there's like a lot of greenery and flowers on the outside. Anyway, so Monday I didn't do anything. Like I barely functioned at work. I was so tired. And then, so I listened to Firefly Lane and Made for You, like between work. I tried to sit down and read. Monday just had sprints. So I had a 90s horror anthology book that I was going to try and read a few stories out of. Yeah, I got one story read and my eyes were just super heavy. And I was zoning out. So I was like, no, I'm just not going to read. And the one story I did read, it wasn't even that great. And then, yeah, yesterday I listened to more of Firefly Lane and Made for You. I did no eyeball reading yesterday. I don't think I'm in a reading slump because I don't usually get in reading slumps. I'm just not finding anything that like I can't put down. You know what I mean? And like I loved Say You'll Remember Me. That was like hands down great. So maybe I'm just like in a book hangover. Wendy was in a book hangover after she read it for like a week, I think. Yeah, and I'm reading Firefly Lane, which it's not bad, but it's not good. You know, you know? And I've also been reading at night The Bright Years. It's an arc that I have. And that book's just depressing. Like, I finished it last night. It just wasn't for me. And I think I'm not burnt out on vlogging. I'm just ready for a break. It's a lot. I've been vlogging this whole month. I don't know how people consistently vlog every single week. I just don't want to do that, y'all. I like occasional weekly vlogs. I like doing mini weekend vlogs. I like doing specific reading vlogs, like for my Cozy Mysteries, or a dedicated vlog, which I did last year for Old School April. And this year I didn't want to do that because I wanted to just kind of mood read and like break it up, which I have enjoyed that I'm just like reading whatever I'm feeling like reading. So I definitely have enjoyed that. So don't get me wrong. I loved vlogging that way. It's a lot. And I think I'm ready for a break. But hopefully I will get some good things read this week, because it's Wednesday and I'm not really on a roll. I'm not going to finish Firefly Lane till probably the weekend. I'm hoping to finish Made for You possibly today or tomorrow. And then Gwen does have sprints tonight, so I'm probably going to read my Point Horror book. So that will be my first eyeball read. And hopefully I'm not too tired to read. I've been finding lately in the evenings, I have just been wanting to like zonk out in my chair. So last night, Haley came over. I said came over. She lives here. Haley was home. So she was here last night, and we actually ended up watching Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I didn't really like that one. I forgot that we had watched it. She said she hadn't seen it, and I'm like, are you sure? I was like, I'm pretty sure we've seen it, but I feel like it was me and my husband who have seen it, and that she had not seen it. And she ended up falling asleep. We finished watching it, but it's not my favorite. So I love the original Jeepers Creepers. It's classic. It's great. I love it. I also like, so there's 3, and then there's the Reborn. I don't remember if the one with the school bus at the beginning is the second or the third one. I like that one. Obviously, those are my 2 faves. The original, and then the one where they're on the school bus at the beginning. But yeah, it was just not good. Like, the Jeepers Creepers guy looked different, and then the acting was subpar, and the graphics were not good. So I don't know if a different company produced it or what, but like it just wasn't good. So we watched that last night, and then I was going to try to read some more horror stories of the 90s horror that I have in that book, and I just couldn't focus on eyeball reading. So I just sat there and scrolled on my phone. It was fine. And then I started to get tired, and I dozed in my chair for like 20 minutes. And then it was bedtime. So hopefully I feel like reading this week. We shall see. But I got to get ready for next month. I got to figure out my TBR. So I'm participating in 2 readathons next month. One of them I'm co-hosting. And I say next month, it's literally next week. Next Thursday. So I am co-hosting Mystery and Mayhem with a bunch of lovely ladies, and I am on Team Masterminds. So if you're not participating, you should be participating, and you should join Team Masterminds. And then I'm also going to be doing Escape the Readathon, and the team that I chose is the Mediums. So again, if you're not participating, you should be, and go join that team. Or any team, or just participate in either of them. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. So I just need to figure out my TBR. Speaking of Escape the Readathon, I did get some mail. Last year it was the Black Cat Carnival. This year it's the Orange Cat Cruise. So I got a bookmark last year and they were carnival tickets, and then this year they are cruise tickets and they're like holographic, and I was like, yeah, I have to get it. So I got that and a couple of stickers. So it says Orange Cat Cruise. It's like a little porthole. And then I got the little cruise ship that says Escape the Readathon. Sorry, it's like holographic, so it's glossy or shiny. She's so shiny. And each team bookmark is based off of their design and color. Oh my gosh, I love it. It says Murder Theories. Actions speak louder than alibis. It's holographic, so it's going to be signed. You're not going to be able to really see it that well, but it's like a ticket. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. And it feels like butter. It's like that buttery feeling. Anyway, while I would love to weekly vlog for the month of May, since I'm doing both readathons, I doubt that I will. I'll probably just do a couple of maybe longer reading vlogs instead of weekly. I don't know. Or maybe just several short ones. Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't got that far yet. I'm just going to vlog whatever comes up and whatever I feel like. Anyway, I have rambled on way too long. I got to start work soon. So I want to get this outside done before I got to start work. So I'm going to go, but let me know in the comments below what you've been up to, what you've been reading, how you're feeling, all the things. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.